I know it.
Oh no, I can't do that. Oh my god, I did it. Got copyrighted strike. Fucking Fallout boy. My Spotify forget
That'd be a
starts up
hell of
every
a thing
time
to
my
get
computer starts
copyrighted
up.
by.
So it would play the last song unless it was the Fallout Boy Centuries.
I want to find out that that'd be the most hilarious thing to get copyrighted about of all things. Fallout.
Yeah. You know what? It will
They
happen one
added
day.
a wave survival mode to Dark Tide. I heard about that.
No one cares.
If it's cross-platform with PlayStation, as soon as Tam King ends up with it, I'm gonna start over when he gets it.
What with Dark Tide?
Yeah, but I want to do it on PlayStation so I can have the full graphic awesomeness of it with my girl that I'm gonna remake.
Yeah, I'm going to redo my Psyche. Well, which is makes sense. But anyways, with that said, welcome everyone to whatever that intro was. Yes. So speaking of more Warhammer, when not Dark Tide, we're back here after the update. Now, I'm not going to speak for what Kislev have, even though I know personally what they have. And I've got through a YouTuber I watched, Zekovic. I really recommend watching him because he explains a lot of detail and a lot more clearer than I would about the new changes to Kislev and all their stuff. And I'm going to be playing Kairos. And I'm going to be showing you what's different. Space Kislev. No one needs that.
That is, yeah, this is Space Kislev. That's basically what this is.
Yeah, and his new changes are, as well as some other stuff that they don't know. So now Kairos now is broken stock. Oh yeah, they give him, which one is it? Construction to all construction to all buildings. That's new. Power reinforcements, I think that was always there. It was the cooldown. Yeah, uses fragments of constructions all birds yeah. Yeah, to also all book, which we will show. I'll show that off. Now cooldown to all spells. That's it. Because that's one of his new ones as well to Kairos. So they thought, I think with the Changeling, they're gonna have to do more work than there needs to be. I think that's why they're making Kairos strong.
I'm gonna point out they're probably just gonna forget about him and say, "We gave you Kairos, we'll just give you another Siege Lord down the line." He's never gonna get changed. They're just not gonna do it.
That is sad. The Changeling never gets to change. So, hold on. Then that would make it just a generic Lord.
In a way, sadly, but yeah, that's usually how these things end up when mistakes like that are made. Firstborn's been around. Oh, nice. 10,000 years is quite a long time. Even for a vampire. But all right. But yeah, that is true, though.
I've started to realize now about most games that the developers don't give a shit about their games until the sales drop down, and then they'll get a smaller supportive team to help build it back up again.
Yes, but that's a double sword. You're talking about the head of the company, though. You're talking about what is mostly usually shareholders, and this is what destroyed Ubisoft. It's just a bunch of those guys don't make the game. They're just telling the people who are making the game how to make the game, thinking they know better when they know nothing about games.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the developer is actually pretty on point with the game they're enjoying. It's very few cases where I've seen where the developer itself is the problem. It's usually not only publisher, but not always even just the publisher itself. It's usually the high ends of these companies. That's all it is. People who shouldn't be making these decisions for these things are making these decisions. And they wonder why they don't make money. But that is the same principle. But in real stance, though, I do see from their perspective at this point, it's like they already know they screwed up. They can't keep going back and forth on it because then they'll get yelled at by the other side of the community. So the best bet right now is what they did. Buff a different Zeech Lord and then add more Zeech Lords down the line.
Yeah.
Like somewhere else. Just because it'd be too hard to go back on what you already debuffed. That's the only games that are willing to do this in most cases are things like Diablo or Path of Exiles like they did. Hopefully for the better. I haven't gotten tested yet. But those are the only games that really kind of have to feed into that completely. Whereas games like this, they change it too many times because it's a strategy game. It can get a little monotonous with having to go back and forth, and then people just you're gonna hurt no matter what. And since you're already screwed both ways, you might as well keep the one you did advertise for the moment and just add better ones for the other people somewhere else. It's kind of like the Slanesh issue. I mean, Slanesh hasn't had anything great since Nakari, and Nakari's not that great either, to be fair, overall, especially his start. That's why I'm very excited about the new DLC. But let me start up and we'll talk about some Kids Live.
Yeah.
Game start! Right side.
Which is gonna be amazing.
Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello everyone. Let me make sure I'm live. Come on. Fine. Hello. Oops. Oops. Oh, bling bling, is that it? There we go, we are live. Welcome, welcome everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome back to some Total War. It's lagging though. What's going on? Okay, I think that's my phone. Hopefully. So welcome, welcome back everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome back to some Total War Warhammer 3 modded. We don't have too many this time, mostly just some Siege and some extra
Yes,
Kids Levy
we do.
flavor for what I'm trying to do. And we're here mainly today for the update. The changes, which is something else I want to see what changed, because didn't they also change the AI, right? The AI is supposed to be smarter now, right? Or at least that's what I think they said, unless that's not this update for some reason. But they did make some major changes to two major different factions. James has already talked about it for Mad Lad James. Check out his channel for Zeech to check out what Kairos changed, because he's now unbelievably annoying in some ways. But in a good way, though. Because he is a lot better. And Zeech needed it. But if you want to know more, check out Mad Lad James' side of the perspective for that. For me today, we're going to be Katerin Tazarina, aka the Ice Queen herself of the Ice Court. Because they have made huge, and I do mean huge, changes to how the faith system with her and Castilian here, of the Great Orthodoxy, kind of have to balance now. It's not about being first or just having more followers, and it was like a Twitch cult in here. It was it was not about like this or that. It was more it's more now of an actual balance. You see how it says Ice Court support gain 2 per turn. That's good, but I don't want to always fully dip into the Ice Court, because if you go full, if you can afford it, it's worth it, because it does give you some bonuses, but it will also give you a bunch of negatives because you've eliminated the other Kislevian faith completely. So it actually debuffs you in some ways. But I want to, this will be an experimentation kind of fun stream with all three of us, just checking stuff out. Now, Darius here, but shout out to him. He's going to be playing Boris. Boris doesn't use that mechanic, so he's just going to be benefiting from the fact that all the stat changes. Also, Darius, be warned, if the AI has been improved, you live now next to a smarter Archaon. Just letting you know. Don't know how much if they changed in that or what. I haven't looked at the full patch notes, so we're gonna find out. This is still gonna be on normal. We're not gonna try hard. I just want to see what it's gonna give us. What it's gonna be. Is it gonna be that same? Is it still gonna spam random dumb units and do nothing? Or is it going to be actually tactful and use proper comps and scare the crap out of us? And we're gonna see. We might all die. I don't know. I mean, I don't technically have a lot of easy people near me either, to be fair. You see, he still don't get the new Empire DLC units, and I'm the czar for the motherland. Ah, okay. Well, like I said, if I'd known you were going to join as Boris, specifically, I would have got the other kids left mod, and you'd have had a bunch of nasty extra stuff to choose from to help you in that fight. That really actually will benefit Boris the most, from what I saw. So, makes him probably stronger. It's probably for him specifically because of that start he has. But, alright. Let's get into this and let's see what happens. Let me double check my settings. Yep, that's turned off. Good, good. Not forgetting it this time. We're not starting over. I'm never letting it happen again. Unless the game breaks. That I can help. We're probably get a cutscene because we'll find out. Can't remember if she gets one. I don't think she gets one in Immortal Empires. I think it's only for Realms of Chaos. And we're running the Zeech overhaul, reskin, Asvar champion, the pink horse split into blue horse.
Our staff must be protected.
Ice Army, which is for me, which you'll find out what that is. I'm gonna keep that a secret and not tell you what that does yet. And we have Fenrir. You heard me?
Alhala.
I have brought the wolf of the space wolf with me from Stellaris. And that's because we're kind of a federation somewhat now, but with Kislev, so I've played him a little differently. I almost think I don't want to kill the Orthodoxy. I think I want to vassalize them if that's the case.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I have the choice. I could either say Sathrael,
or I guess I could. I wonder if I can be friendly enough with the old man to become or do the because confederating them is a lot easier now too. They fixed that issue with Kislev.
I have to think about this for a second.
Just do that.
I want to try something. I want to try something. I'm still going up north because I have to deal with epidemics instead.
Well, remember, if you go up there, you got to fight Darius almost immediately. So be careful with that teleport. You and Darius might be fighting real early game if you decide to move north.
Well, because I know there's another Zeech faction up north as well.
It is, but you also got to understand. I think that's the one Boris kills.
Nope, it isn't. So you get, that faction dies really early.
Yeah, isn't it the Boris?
Nope. No, Boris doesn't kill it. I'm right next. Well, he said he's right. I'm right next to them.
Yeah, he said I'm right next to them. So he's still
Well, I don't know, but when I played it against the AI, it wasn't Boris that killed them.
I mean, yeah, Boris is AI. Well, once again, that's AI. But technically, you are starting next to Darius if you do that. And this time, Boris will be a player, which is Darius.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not. But you know,
and that's and trust me,
Boris that kills it, though.
Yeah, but trust me, compared to going after Archaon, that's actually Boris's only option. Or he has to fight Archaon now.
No, I mean, he has his new Czar
which I've done. It's not fun, but I've done. But it's doable. But I've played Kislev before.
Oh yeah, it's still same controls. So what does he have in this army? So he has, you know what, a good amount of variety. You got some anti-larges, some godforsaken fairies, which I don't like.
They made an update to the engine. My computer's a little bit more chunky on this than I'd like right now, but I think that's because they updated it again. It's gonna be a point
Chonky.
where this game is probably
I
not
like the
going
word
to work.
chonky.
Exactly. But there's gonna be a point. I bet you my computer is not gonna be able to play this game. I need to upgrade this year.
My computer's doing alright.
Your computer's not gonna even notice the difference.
Hey!
Not with how little changes they probably made, but with
Don't
how
be
old mine is,
rude.
oh yeah, I can see the difference.
Right,
It
hold
looks
on.
like it's buffed some of the resolution.
Soft
again.
Royale.
Rain from Uncle Sam.
Exactly.
Right, I've got a non-aggressive craft.
Also, it also probably doesn't help. I've been on my PlayStation a lot lately, so I've been spoiled on the better. My PlayStation doesn't have the debuff graphics.
You know what I'm gonna do?
So,
I'm gonna wait till Soft Royale dies. Then save him at the last possible second.
wow, that's rude. That's yourself, so you shouldn't treat yourself like that.
Hey! I've gotta treat everyone the same, right? Including me. Wait, what? Why me? Why not you? That's a good fucking point. I treat myself, so I treat everyone the same. Including me. I don't get away with it. Oh yeah, I forget I'm
I'm
ninth.
not gonna lie. I've seen physical representation.
Oh my
of
god,
this
I
guy.
just
He isn't
realized
joking.
R dot.
What's up?
I'm 9th, you're 11th.
Damn, we're right near each other. I don't know what Boris is.
Boris
But we'll see in a
is
minute.
13th.
Alright, so I gotta read this because I've gotta explain some things. You see all this difference, chat? You see this? Yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be different. So,
Converting Siege to save himself is the equivalent of convincing Nurgle to use soap.
that's a good point, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I need to show you. Yeah, so I could either go here, which it's not the brown dwarves, it's Bastogne. It's the it's the French one.
Or, that's also like telling Slanesh you need to take up celibacy.
You know, hey.
It'll
Also,
Slanesh will just
can I?
like
Can I?
turn
I
its head
have a
slowly,
theory
look at,
about
and she
both.
like. The fuck is
I have a theory about both Zeech and
You
Nurgle.
don't know what that means. It means no fun time anymore forever.
Would you like to listen to my conspiracy theory? I just but it's just something out there. It's something I just thought about the other day. I randomly think about.
Alright, well after this I've got to read my mechanics. So what were you saying? What is it?
What if Nurgle wouldn't mutate? He would evolve mutations and diseases. But I think Kairos would mutate his creatures and everything rather than evolve it. Because you
Kairos just amalgamates people. Well, Zeech just amalgamates things. When it comes to Nurgle, he just grows things. There's a difference. Like I said, Nurgle's just what Wesker always wishes
grows
it
his
was.
fucking belly out.
Well, I mean, yes and no. There's different iterations of the main father and grandfather himself. Either way, it doesn't look good. But point being is he's a nastier version looking wise of what Wesker always wished he could have turned himself into. It's weird.
No one cares about.
But all right, let me read these new mechanics.
You need to read. All right, yeah, I forget. If you want to see what Arda has to deal with and the new changes to his life, totally check it out from Arnold's perspective. Because there's a lot of shit. Oh yeah, Darius, I forgot to mention you have a new March stance as well. So don't forget about that.
Today Saturday? Yes. Okay.
I need to tell Darius about his new March stance as well that Boris has. It's March of the Tsar, I think.
See that I don't know. Yeah. That just Darius will have to figure out the March of the Tsar thing.
Yeah,
do we all get that? Or
I forget what bonuses it gets, but I think it's like less chaos corruption or something like that. Don't forget.
Is it just Boris that gets that, or do we all get that?
Oh no, just Boris.
I guess it makes sense. He starts in the wasteland, the chaos waste. He would be at the most danger because he'd get attrition all the time. It must counter attrition, is what I bet you it does. Make this place nasty. But anyway, but let me read my stuff. All right. So these are the new mechanics for Kislev and what they are now. So instead of it being just followers and using devotion, you still use devotion, but now it's used for something else, which we'll get to that.
I'm opening my fucking window because it's too goddamn hot in here.
But so as you can see up the top here, we've got Ice Court on the left
embrace
side.
cold, embrace Kislev.
And we've got Orthodoxy on the right side. Now, what this is we actually kind of like a federation, but a faith-based federation. Does this sound familiar, like any space sisters that might love?
Sorry, I just opened my window. It's
pure
nice,
anti-chaos, and you based in only faith. Yeah, I thought so too, which is why I got a certain mod for Katarina to make her army a little more interesting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, basically, so I'm going to read this part and then we're going to read what the how to play says. So, because this is a little confusing just with the how to play part. So, garner support for the Ice Court to fill the bar and increase tier with them, granting their boons and potential rewards. However, should the Ice Court's tier exceed the Orthodoxies by more than the permitted amount, penalties will begin to be suffered. So, this is where the balance of the faith comes in. Now, I do think there's research and things I can do that will make that gap bigger so I can dip into the Ice Court more without having to worry about the Orthodoxy as much. But in the beginning, we're going to have to pay attention to both of these, not just mine. Now, there is advantages technically to having both. And if I'm going to confederate him, which is why I might play this a little different, I want to see what both can do. So my goal for this, for her, at least on my own personal goal, is to try to confederate Castellian, not kill him. Because it is easier to do that now. So we're going to try to do that and try to keep these both as even as we can so they can both get to max tier at some point. Hopefully. I may not be able to achieve max tier on the Orthodoxy. We'll see if we can. But hopefully when I get Castellian, that will change. But if I can, I want to see what both the boons for both sides are. To see what it would be like if you did one-sided and build in certain things. And just to see how this new confederation system works and see how much easier it is for these two to actually join together instead of rip each other apart all the time. Which usually ends in the Ice Queen winning half the time. I've actually seen him beat her too, to be fair. Back in the original version. But let's read the how to play part. So, earn support of Kislev's Ice Court and Great Orthodoxy throughout your campaign, and use their boons to claim powerful rewards. Use your provincial devotion to perform invocations of the motherland for provinces or local armies to grant them. So, I'll show what that is specifically in a minute. That's also changed. Devotion is only used for using invocations and province stuff, and yeah, I can also use invocations directly on armies now. I don't have to have like this or that. So, but I have to have the devotion to do it. And the higher both of these are, the more devotion I'm going to earn. That's another penalty that can happen. You'll get a negative devotion penalty based on if one starts to lose too much to the other. So, and then at the end, this part hasn't changed much other than they made it much faster to get Frost Maiden and Ice Witches, which took way too long. There was usually you'd only get 1 or 2 because it was not worth going for more than that. Because by the time you get 2, you're already like almost 20 turns in. It really takes forever. And the choices they get are better from what I've heard too now. Like it makes more sense and you can kind of curtail them better now and stuff like that. So we're going to see how that works as well as we go forward. But yeah, train formidable Frost Maidens and Ice Witches in the Ice Court, granting them powerful traits before they become recruitable. Then here's the other thing that's changed. I now can appoint. This kind of reminds me of what they did in Thrones of Bretonia. I can appoint an admin to govern my province now and provide bonuses to my territories they oversee. I do love that part, because that part is something I do think Kislev really needed. And it also, that's like a priest kind of thing. So it's it keeps coming back to, this is not only the hardcore, I forget what it's called, the chaplains of kind of part, or no, what is it? The what are they called? Why my brain messing up? Not the sisters, the Inquisition. This reminds me of the Inquisitions and the Sister of Battle put together. If the Orthodoxy is more like the Inquisition, the Ice Court's more like the Sisters of Battle. At least for the moment, from what I can see for fantasy. Just all, but with a little bit of a Russian flavor.
I've ordered some new shoes.
But we're going to try that out. Alright, so next we need to beat Barcelona. So I'm probably going to have to do this manually. I want to see...
I need to find a...
So is this the... Okay, so here's the army invocation button, chat. This is new. This is where we spend our invocations directly on the armies. Now, you note originally what we had to do is have a certain faith towards any of these, and then we could do one of these on one of the armies. It's not like that anymore. Now you just need the devotion, which right now our devotion is -9, which I've got to see. Devotion in a province is a measure of the people's faith and steely determination in Kislev's cause. It must be kept in check to prevent province from suffering chaos incursions. You spend devotion every time you perform yeah. But how do I... Devotion is deteriorating. At the current rate, there will be a rebellion in 12 turns. Doesn't show me what's causing it. Ah, it's because there's chaos undivided. Oh, and taxes. We also can do tax type things. And taxes are more important towards Kislev, because as you see, collected income -4 towards that devotion. If I need more devotion to turn off my income, that's also a new change to them. Because the devotion is almost as important. Because now it's able to buff armies, buff provinces, things like that. So, but most of it, the negative is coming from, until I build more buildings, it's coming from the fact we're chaos undivided, kind of springing up right now, ruining our lands. You can also do it to settlements, right? Hold on. No, it's the province itself. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, see, there's the invocations for the provinces now. This kind of works like the Slaneshi Acts that the Slanesh have, which, by the way, coincidence. I don't know about that, do you? The fact that these work just like the Slaneshi gifts that you can perform on the province? Huh. Anyways. Also, he starts with my Fort Jacoba? I can take that away, sir. Right, back to Kislev over here in the main fortress. We need to go ahead and... here's the building I need for my Queens of Ice. So we need 6,000 in Tier 3. What tier is Kislev right now? Tier 2. So we cannot do that right now. So what we need... We probably want clusters right now. That would make them cheaper. Is that what comes out of this? It is. So we need this. And then we need... Wow, there's a lot more buildings.
Yeah, there is.
Oh! This is how you get different support. The buildings also give you support. Which one's the ice court? Let's start with that. This will give me devotion, growth. Income from all buildings is plus 2% local province. Gives me a garrison of ice guards with swords. Yes, yes, yes. And let's put up some walls.
Why do you
early,
sound
'cause
like
we're
it
gonna
then?
be-
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now's just a good time to play it, but you didn't, so you lost out, so you're a loser.
No, I already won with Ikit, technically. It's fine. Ikit always wins.
Nick doesn't always win.
Ikit
Yeah.
always wins. Prove me wrong and beat me with him then.
I will, once I stop making mistakes. See, you didn't win. I won because I fucked myself over. And Darius.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
you know, Darius, for some reason, Darius with me, it's just like he just loses all of his brains. It goes, yeah, I'm stupid. But with you, it's like, yes, we have the highest IQ of the fucking world.
Yes.
I know you hate me, Darius. Just admit it.
This doesn't affect my ice guard. I do not care.
Is Darius alive over there? Is he dead? He's just asleep.
I'm waiting on his turn. I'm trying to hurry up. It's been a minute, and I haven't played her in a while.
Darius, wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up.
Let's see what.
Wake up.
Can't say the rest.
That's how my mind
Let's get
thinks
this
every
going
day.
first.
So which new?
What is this again? Oh, Ice Corp. This is where we need to
That
create
is actually a really sick hoodie, though.
a maiden. Alright, I have started a maiden. Good. Alright. Now it's time to fight. After all these days and months. I'm gonna be terrible. Let me make a quick save.
Does it have a hood, though? Here's the thing, though. Do you have a hood? Oh, what? Huh? You leave poor Rugar alone.
He must die. He's taken my land. He must die.
Well, everyone
I
takes
must-
your fucking line because, you know, you're playing politics.
Hey, man. The Ice Queen will not have this. She will freeze you where you stand.
Joke's on you. I like the
What's
color.
sad is I only have one Ice Girl right now. I have to change that soon. I can't do it till tier 3.
Womp womp.
There's only one sister out here with the Queen. The rest are just volunteer guardsmen, essentially.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow, I missed a lot of chat. Hello, how's your day? It's hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so, what? I'm so cooked right now. I have a fungal ear infection in the flip. Wow, that sucks. See? You and James have the same problem. The grandfather just does not like either of you.
What?
You
What
both,
did I do
when you both,
What did I do
when
this
you,
time?
bo-
I did
when you
nothing
both,
yet.
when you both get sick, you get sick.
That's the point of being sick.
Yeah, but I don't get sick that often. Grandfather dislikes me, but I
But
ain't his rival,
you know
though.
why? Because it's the resistance of being. It's the resistance. You welcome it. That's why he doesn't get you ill. Because you're like, the more pain, the more pleasure. And he's like, yeah, I don't want that.
I'll give you that. That actually might.
The reason why, that's why he doesn't give you, because he like gives you pain. But the more pain you have, the more pleasure you have. So you're like, that's why he doesn't want it. That's why,
you're enjoying that too much.
we hate it. We loathe it. We resist it.
Who's our anti-large? Is it our Gav? Oh, it's the snow leopard?
Yeah, the snow
So
leopard's
we're gonna
the
say
anti-large.
that the snow leopard is gonna kill all those trolls by himself. I'm still gonna have to drum those trolls with this Gav.
There you go. I've got 2 things ordered with shop now. I got a
Or
hoodie
just
and a
shoot 'em.
mug.
Makes you think maybe just shooting might be the app choice here.
That does not all look like a leopard at all.
It's a snow leopard.
It's a snow tiger.
It definitely is. Or a saber tooth. Oh wait, that's also a tiger.
Yeah.
You're right, that is definitely a tiger.
The leopard would have. The leopard
But
looks.
you know,
Yeah.
Kislev.
Kislev, no. Hey, we'll call a tiger in the snow a leopard. Because, you know, that makes fucking sense.
It does, what do you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
It makes perfect sense. Like you're freaking out too much. Alright.
Alright, so I've got new shoes coming, I've got my new mug coming, and I've got a new jacket coming. Good.
There we go.
So what are you doing about your crosshairs? Crosshairs. What are you doing about your crosshairs?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize they weren't in here. Whoops.
Also, add not.
It's
The hill
been a
makes
minute.
you have the high ground.
I don't. Do I really need the high ground though?
Well,
They have
and
no
it can be
guns. I
overrun with
do.
it.
I mean, I guess I could. Mm. All right, I'll move them up there. We lock these.
I'm happy.
To be fair, I don't know if that's actually better, just because they won't be able to shoot until something comes over the hill. I would have to move forward when it starts, and I don't, they could just come around this way. Nah, let them come straight at me. I don't have really. They don't have no range except for those axe throwers in the back. Those Marauder hunters. Because we don't have the Chaos Undivided thing going, so they have no guns. All right. So I think we're good then. I think it's time to start. Hey, look, they're coming at me. Wait a minute, I attacked them, right? So they don't just sit there anymore. Thank fucking God.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. The AI changes. They don't sit there anymore.
Good,
You know,
then I can
sit
abuse
there
the shit out of them
waiting.
now.
And they also don't fucking come up when you're attacking with them.
They are being a little smarter.
Yeah, they
They're
made a
not
massive
just,
AI
they're not
changes. I
just
cannot
right.
wait. And
You look at this squad on the right, the Cav and them, they're going this way. Okay. I see that. All right.
Yeah, they're doing more smarter choices now.
Get them, sisters. Oh, look at that Cav. Oh, I see you.
Cav the
Cav
Cav.
v Cav then. Cav v Cav then.
Their missile cavalry, yours is shock cavalry. So you're better with the hammer and ammo.
Oh yeah, I will. But first we must ice it up. Oh my God. Guys, could you shoot these trucks?
They're like, no, they're pacifists, aren't they?
Alright, I need the snow leopard to come apparently kill all these trolls. This is anti-large.
The snow leopard, it's going through. It's doing the.
Yeah, oh
what's
my
that
God!
test
Alright,
called?
well, the pathing's not too good, Vince. But oh well.
What's that test called where the car goes in between, like, bollards and stuff? I forget what it's called.
I'm not sure. Sister, shoot that.
It was doing
Calves,
that.
come back in. Yeah, as long as the Kossars in the
Yeah,
front are the
because
only ones
it's
who really get hurt,
entity
it's
size.
fine.
Yeah, so I wonder.
Switch to charge. Hit that instead. Oh yeah, this is great. This is great. Help Katerin, Snow Leopard. Sisters also shoot him. That's the only bad thing about Katerin. She starts really kind of weak, but she is winning, technically. Yep, there it is, over. Finish him off, don't let him get away. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, you know what else I've noticed? They improved? The AI prioritizes certain things now when it's shooting. I like that. You saw, I did not tell them to do that, by the way. You saw how they all shot him down? I didn't tell them to do that. They ignored the units that were running away for him and killed him. That is... Wow. That also means the Empire's gonna be annoying as fuck. Oh god, so are the elves. Poor Nakari. Yep, give me Decla. We need Decla. We need Decla right now. Nakari is now going to be very much a pain in the ass to play as. Because they're gonna shoot his ass down. Oof, oof, oofity, oofity. I like these improvements. This is great. Okay, even if the frequency don't wear off, what are y'all talking? Mostly nomadic with their motherships and destroy what harvesters. I'm trying to remember what species are we talking about? What are we talking about? The heck is going on in chat? Also, I only lost 10. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I can push this narrative real fast with Kislev now. Oh yeah, these changes I like them a lot. It it has made my life so much better at using my strategies and not having to min-max every little darn thing. Thank you, CA. Thank you so much for doing this a little late. Thank you for doing this. God, that was so much of a more fun fight. I had way more fun. That was also a thing with this game. Sometimes the fun gets drained a bit away because you don't get to actually like properly focus. You got to be so fast in Doomslayer speed with min-maxing that you don't get to enjoy like the subtleties of the game as much. It's taking a long time to load though. That could be the mods. Oh, Harvesters from Independence Day. I never got to watch that or see that. I heard they were really strong though. So that's experience, oh, let's do army replenished. Wow. The the healing you're allowed, Catherine. What was that? Well, that must be new.
What did you do, Art? What did you break?
It was none I broke. She has a new choice. You know, when you win, you get choices for certain things. The
Yes?
faith healing is insane.
Oh, I know!
It fully healed her.
Yep.
The fuck? That means I can attack the settlement. Let's go. I can auto this. They'll lose more than I would have, but occupied. We're gonna lose some devotion, but it'll fix it overall. The beginning devotion I can sell is probably gonna be a little low for her, but that's kind of because she has to reclaim her land. So the Devo needs walls immediately. Oh, it's not a tier 2. So what we need then,
Oh, yeah,
we
I need
need
to
an
show off,
orthodoxy building. We need an orthodoxy building. Let's grab this.
Oh, I forgot to show off what Kairos did, fuck. Because, I was too busy, being myself and being like Kairos and just automatically, the,
I had the manual minds slightly to be fair, but devotion's gonna be pretty big. Let's get that. That. Okay. Good. She needs to recruit people now. Zealous conscription.
Tifa.
No units available. Units may be available by activating wartime prayer in the court and orthodoxy panel. Ooh. Hey. Do that. Where's wartime prayer? Maybe one of these. Also, yeah, these resources, chat, this is why you want your devotion to be equal on both sides. Because as you level them up, you get resources to spend to get better buffs here from both
Yeah.
sides. Battle prayers. Okay. What's that do? When two or more units in the same army share this attribute. What? Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, that's gonna. Wow. Uh, One of the buffs gives all of the ice maidens and witches and mastery of elemental winds. When two or more units share this same trait in an army, intensity increases for the power of all spells cast. That is insane. And then there's one just for spell intensity plus 20%. But that's in my own territory, so that's defensive. What does? Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to go through, and then they have a lot you can do now. I appreciate that. Kids love so much better. They get it. They made kids live better. How do I tell how much devotion I have to this right now? We just have to make sure the percentage doesn't go too high. I think we need a building for resources. That's just straight devotion. That would work. That's growth in income generated. Income's actually pretty good at the moment. I'll get that from the next place I conquer. Let's get a roadhouse. Roadhouse! Get a commandment. Order commandments now. Chance of plague. Recruitment. Income from all buildings. Devotion. We want this. What's that called? Purge the steppes. Yes, like I said, heavy Inquisition and Sisters of Battle vibes now. Alright, intern. Sorry I took so long, Darius. Now it's Darius' turn to try to figure out his stuff. Oh,
He's at
yeah, there's
war
also
with
a corn.
corn. Our
Yeah,
boss got a
that one he
word with
starts.
you.
Yeah, that's that one he starts at war with. And then the Zeech guy is north of the corn guy or something.
Oh yeah,
like that.
did you ever figure out your March of Zardarius?
Yeah, you do have a special stance that I don't get for your armies.
Yeah, only Boris
It
gets that.
should help
Oh, I
you.
forgot to mention, Boris is
It
now
looks
free
like
for
they
anyone
made.
who owns Warhammer.
Yeah, they made it where you don't. If you're playing on your own in the Immortals campaign, you don't no longer have to beat Katarina in Realms of Chaos to unlock him now, or beat with her on the harder difficulty as well. You can do it that way too, but they just made it where you can just play him now, which I'm like, yeah, that was probably a better choice. When it comes to these types of games, hiding factions behind certain things like that is doesn't really work too well. He starts with more warbears now. I do appreciate that. They must have changed his starting army. That could be radios, to be fair. Let's see, their machine hive mind got to throw them up against the other machine hive minds. That's true. Necrons will beat any pretty much biological creature, probably. At least in my opinion. Most machines win in that aspect, especially against a hive mind. They're also termed wolves in the giant computer minds while they're master time travels in the same degree. I don't know if there's another machine I'm on. I'm trying to think. What was it called? There is another sci-fi AI that's technically scarier, or at least on par, if not scarier, than Necrons. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's from it's from a lesser known stuff. I think it's from it's only in books. Has there ever been a show, movie, or game about it? I forget what they're called. I forgot about them. Can they eliminate the Vex across entire timelines? Yes, yes, it's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Necrons are they can beat the Vex. Vex are close, but I still think the Vex have too many weaknesses compared to Necrons. They would still end up losing to the Necrons, because the Necrons are both a unified thing, but also individual enough that because all you have to do to beat the Vex is take out their certain, like, what do you call them? With the controllers and all that, the big minds, the things that run the whole system. You take those out, the Vex are kind of screwed. But the Necrons don't have quite such a weakness at all. The bears are chopping in. Oof. Oh, they're trying to overwhelm the bears. Wow, they're jumping them bears. Those bears are still winning. Ooh, but the bloodthirsters are doing a lot of damage. Or not thirsters, bloodletters. What are the bears? Armor piercing anti-large. These are the anti-large Cav. He's chugging a little bit for some reason. Not sure why. Doesn't usually chug that bad. There's probably an optimization thing going on. They're starting to die. Yeah, Lord's gone. They're gonna start disintegrating soon. I will say, but the Kislepians look like my blue Agathian from the chivalries lately. Except for I don't have that cool fur cake. I don't think there's an armor like that for the footman. And ninja warrior. Nice. What are you talking about? Are the Axis mines that are responsible for simulating wind conditions and managing time travel thingy? Yeah, but once again, you can't. The Vex would never be able to stand a candle to Necrons because Necrons can't be trumped. If you kill an Axis mind, the whole system goes down. You kill a Necron, another Necron replaces it. It's like Necrons are other than the one that I've read in a book, but I can't remember the name of it right now. It would take too long to explain it. Yeah, like just verbally. I'd have to find the name of that book. That I read. But as far as just known AI, like sci-fi hot robotic hive minds, Necrons are the apex. The only thing even close to them would be the Vex, but even then, there's still a limit to what they can do versus what Necrons can do. Also, I have to use the argument if the Guardians are able to fight Vex from Destiny, and with the Guardians not having as much power as a Necron, this kind of shows that the Vex have a fundamental flaw as a machine. Because if regular humanoids can kind of put up the show on them and actually compete, this means that they actually could not compete with other machines.
Yes.
Because the other machines would instantly not have this weakness.
Do you else has another weakness?
Yes, Necron's got balls containing literal
Is it
gods they
possible
can
to give a
use in
machine
combat.
depression?
Yep. No. Well, I mean, unless the machine was built by a human who gave it emotions, I guess.
We must give this machine depression.
Do we?
Yes. So because I want to see excitement going from yeah, her feelings. Oh, I'm sad.
I mean, Chappie had feelings. You saying you don't care about Chappie's feelings?
No,
I forgot to recruit, damn it.
I didn't. I forgot to show off. See, see, you did it. We did the opposite thing. Do I have to save South Royale?
I built buildings and everything else, but I forgot to recruit for her army to give her a little more units. Luckily, the enemy is not recruiting yet either.
I'm recruiting. I want to see some. Does that cult stays, but someone else takes it over? I wonder.
Our not guardians can break through dimensional barriers and twist probabilities with their bullcrap light power. Yes, this is true. But the fact that the Vex can't do this better than a biological species, when the thing that technically gave the Guardians this power was another machine, even though I have my theories about that, but I don't really do Destiny much anymore, so. Um, this means they automatically have already lost to the Necrons. Because I can tell you right now, the Necrons would kick the Guardians' ass. The Guardians would be immediately wiped out. They would not be able to at all fight the Necrons. They wouldn't have the bodies, for one. Because even when Vex actually lose units, they actually do lose units. Necrons don't lose units. They just get back up. It's like Necrons are literally immortal, essentially. Plus that power that the Guardians possess, because it comes from another machine, and the way that Necron power works and their energy and the way they manipulate things themselves, they're the antithesis to literal magic. Like Necrons counter Zeech. This means that Necrons literally counter something that is non-scientific. And the issue that falls upon that is, as powerful as the Guardians are, their powers come from science. This means their powers could be easily taken away by a Necron. Necrons also have people who can see into time as well and go back in time. Yeah, Necrons just choose not to screw with time. They technically could, but they choose not to. That's why technically fights against them are somewhat futility. But the reason why it works in the Warhammer universe is, other than the what would they call them, the flares, Necrons, the ones that want to destroy biological life. Other than those, we can replace all that. Let's get rid of him right out the gate and heal. Or actually, let's take what do I want more? Unit experience for what's left. I could have manualed that, but that was my fault for not recruiting. If I had recruited, I would have taken less casualties. But now he has no army. So now I just recruit on this turn and let her heal. She's gonna fully heal herself, and as long as these three do not die, all the rest of these are easily replaceable after a certain point. Plus, we're not gonna go with these anyways for her. We're gonna go with these. So, the darkness and light are character entities. I think I don't know how to read on that. Yeah, but I still think that they're still basically machines.
Yes.
It's the end devices that can manipulate the physical universe itself. Yeah.
We need the
Let's
Juggernaut
see,
change.
Nepal. Hi there, how's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Servant of the week.
Welcome to chat. Welcome to Total War Warhammer 3.
Oh yeah, he has to do what's to do about
It's
the change ring, which
wisdom.
I got to change. Only the fucking Kairos, the other guy. It's
Kairos.
right,
Yeah.
Reds as a sources. Look at this boy. Instead now giving influences each, which you know. We're gonna make him debuff every fucking enemy.
-3. We're almost back to neutral devotion and able
So
to
he can
start
create
getting
his
devotion
own
again.
war. So if I'm right in saying, I think it's half. So one side goes some
It's
lore
about to
of
level up. I need to be
yes, it's in a
careful.
bit or so. One's law of Zeech and everything, and law of beast, law of metal, law of fire, law of death. So it's law of
Okay,
heavens,
some for me to one hold
metal,
up
life,
on.
law. This was law of beast, fire, death, shadows, and Zeech. So you can make your own kind of like spell book, which is
Yeah, I remember the
amazing.
Vex had a hard time simulating the light because it's able to defy logic and magic. So it kept messing them up. Took them thousands of years, yeah. Also, the Vex have a disadvantage in one other way that's not their fault. They weren't created by literal gods. The Necrons were.
Hey Ardo, guess what? I have an unaggression card of all my Zeech brethrens. Damn it, I can't vassalize fucking Sarthrael yet. Can I? Damn it. What would you take?
After my turn, I gotta go get off. We're not we're leaving chat or anything. You won't be able to hear me because I gotta put my headset down. I gotta go get something refilled to get some more drink and stuff.
Techless, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna clap them cheeks.
So besides the Vex and Necrons, what about my boy Ultron? Ultron's good. Certain variations of Ultron could compete with the Necrons. But Ultron in general, no. He's good, but it has to be a certain one. Because there is a certain one that definitely is busted and very much realistically would probably end up just taking control of the Necrons rather than destroy them. Because he'd see that as, these work. But that's somewhat, huh? The book Infinite and Divine showed what happens when Necrons stop holding back. Yeah. Ooh, Ice Court decision. All right, so do we want a actual another Frost Maiden or a Tempest? I think I want a Tempest because if I remember correctly, Tazarina herself is an ice, of course. So let's go with Tempest. Her name is Bella Urskov. We're not gonna make the joke that that's really close to Elsa. So yeah, it's the Russian Elsa. Even though Tazarina's technically that, but all right, let's get. How much money I got? I got quite a bit. So let's spend on global first. What are you? Kislevite Warrior. You're anti-large armor piercing. Let's get that so we have some more anti-large besides the leopard. We got anti-infantry dual axes. Let's get 2 of those. Let's get 1 of you. And then up here, we want some city watches. Let's just spend the rest on city watch. They'll take 2 turns. And that should be good for now. That'll take 2 turns. Katarina has leveled up. Get some more Iron Discipline. Inspiring Presence. Okay. How's the faith looking now? I'm doing the wrong thing. I need to look at invocation and see what. -2. We're almost there. Once those buildings are done, it should be good. Yeah. So we need to get. Yeah, we're waiting on this. All right. Well, that should be good. Let us end the turn. We can't do anything this turn. We can't attack Fort Chikava with what we got. We gotta wait till the recruiting is done. Is it Infinite Ultron? He has the Powerball in him. It is him, yes. He'd be the only one that would even be close. See, I got a totally unfair matchup. The Engineers versus the Flood and the Forerunners versus Xenomorphs. That's unfair. Yeah, it is unfair because that's the swapping of 2 powerhouses to fight their opposite non-powerhouse. Although after finding out Xenomorphs have a goddess and they're a lot more stronger than I think, I actually do think the Xenomorphs would give the Forerunners a better fight for their money than technically the other versus
I must say South Royale for Techless.
Like, the Engineers would get absolutely destroyed by the Flood. They wouldn't even stand a chance. But I do think at least the Xenomorphs, if you took the Goddess's Hive to fight the Forerunners, she might have a chance. They would still die, I think, eventually, depending on how the Goddess plays her cards. But
oh, bomb
it would be better than what would happen to the Engineers.
For the wisdom of the land.
Poor Engineers, that'd be just shit.
Yep.
It'd be shit in the bed. What are all these crazy plant things?
Is it sad that I could auto Techless? And I lose nothing.
Also found out David experimented with making plant-like versions of the Xenomorphs as well.
Yeah.
Adam. I always viewed it as David or Adam, whichever one it was.
Oh yeah,
We all know what I'm talking about.
I've just can I be honest?
What's up?
I may have auto Techless and lost nothing.
Stop abusing Techless, even though I approve.
No, I will never stop abusing it. It's great.
Only because I abuse the elves just as much when I'm playing Slanesh
See?
Dark Elves
Even
anyway,
Slanesh hates
so...
the elves. Fuck the elves.
No,
Don't
no,
give them
no,
a new
no, I
war.
love... No, 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 you get it wrong. I love them. They're just really fun punching bags.
Exactly my point.
It
So fuck them.
is like, I do.
I know you do.
But that's why I like them. I don't hate them. I have no reason to hate them.
I should heal, shouldn't I? Ah, what's the
The
worst that could
engineers are
happen?
getting obliterated. It took the Forerunners the Halo rings that wiped out all life. Yep, that's true. Farsi, if the Forerunners get the Star Roads running, they're winning guaranteed. Oh yeah, no, they would. As long, I still think the Forerunners would win in the end against the Xenomorphs. But the difference between the Xenomorphs and the Flood is an all-consuming hive mind, which made it more of a threat. So they immediately built the Halo rings to have to kill them because of how crazy overpowered they were getting and how much they were spreading. However, the difference here is Xenos are a little stealthier in that aspect and don't just openly infest until it gets to a certain point. So I do think they would have that to their advantage as well. It'd be a different type of fight. But once again, the Forerunners I still think eventually would find out. Their biggest goal would be to find out how to kill the goddess. Because of what I've read about her. She is insane. I guess the most powerful thing I've ever seen in anything that's actually considered canon in the Alien universe.
Should I find the Changeling?
Shaw became something absolutely crazy. At least in the book world, anyways. And see, the Sentinels and Prometheans will get rid of the drones. Yeah, but it's not about drones, though. You gotta understand, the Goddess's Hive doesn't have drones. This is what makes it different. You do need to look up this book. This book explains, like, the engineers themselves had no chance against her if she really wanted to kill them.
Yeah.
She just chose not to because it's Shaw. Because here's the difference also with the Goddess. That is Shaw, as Shaw, like, she still has her human memories. She knows who she is, but she's a xenomorph goddess, but given basically cybernetic enhancements, essentially, from what I read, what David did to create her. Everyone thought she was dead, but if you read the book that covers this, and people never question this, I want to say this. Think about this, and it's going to blow your mind while I do my turn real quick. Where did David's ship go? Remember when in the new it was Covenant, right? When that secondary ship of people came there on Covenant and with the good robot that ended up where David kidnapped their colony ship and all that. I love how no one ever asked the question. Didn't Shaw and David come on a working alien vessel? Where is it? The answer is, when David finished creating Shaw into the first goddess or queen, he sent her off on that ship to keep his promise. Because he did promise her, I will let you see, you will get a chance to see the creator engineer's homeworld. And he kept that promise. And
I
what's
bet
funny
he
is
did.
she hated him in the beginning, but as she grew more and more of what she was and realized what she became and interacted with the engineers, she actually kind of thanked, like, she ended up having, I don't know if you could consider this almost Stockholm syndrome slightly, is she ended up actually kind of praising David for what he did to her. Because he didn't kill her. He turned her into something different, but he didn't kill her. He
And
gave
that's
her
how
almost
babies
a
are made.
different life. He almost essentially rebirthed her and gave her a new life. He literally created what Waylon wanted. But what's funny is he didn't give it to Waylon. This is also the other assumption about David. Do you know that I think that David actually has his own agenda? I don't think he actually cares about his dad's Waylon's agenda. He's one of the few droids who's not connected to Waylon's mind. Remember this. He's on his own. He was made before all of that. So The research that he sent back to Rook for them to remake the goo, he left out the part how to create the queen properly.
And
He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want no one to create anyone like Shaw ever again. Because he saw Shaw as his own goddess, his own creation, like the perfect living being.
Alright, now
So-
suck it up to Wheeler for a second. Do you do?
Oh, man, I will scrabble and suck up.
Because it's taking way too long.
I will fuck harder.
Did you just say you're gonna fuck harder? Don't do
No,
that.
I said
there's-
suck
there's kids
harder, man. You know what?
watching. There's kids watching. There's kids watching. Don't do that.
You don't say what you mean.
There's kids watching. Yeah, I was like, this is a story how to
Yeah.
make babies.
Alright, let's get our army big enough to overwhelm them.
I've auto techless, so you know what? There's
We
no
got
point standing
another-
in my way.
Alright, so we can give her infantry commander. That would allow her to buff my ice sisters. Logistics, where we will get more campaign movement to whatever army she's attached to. Also, upkeep is less for this for the army she's attached to.
No.
We can give her quartermaster, which is just better upkeep for whatever she's attached to.
No.
Or ice guard captain. This one, and it's called guardianship. We're choosing that one, Jack. And that was for only the sisters. Wow. Telling you, they know what they did. They know what they did. This is definitely, at least Katarina's side, is definitely meant to be spiritually in fantasy terms for this game. Sisters of Battle. That's why I got that mod, so I could get more of them, at least until they add more Kislev units.
I
get
am
that. That's
just
more
doing
growth,
my
and that's more
thing,
devotion.
which is none of your business.
Let me check devotion right now before I end my turn. I'm in positive! Yay! We're earning devotion now!
Oh, that's
Soon we'll be able to-
positive! Yay!
Soon our faith power will be absolute.
Congratulations,
able to
Ardot.
cheat
You
with
are
it.
now positive. We'll check you out for the
Thank
doctor
you.
at the nearest inconvenience.
Alright, I'm in my turn now. Also, I do love how much. I want to point out how much money Katarine makes naturally now.
Yes.
They made that a lot better for her. For her
course.
rough start.
Of course.
I make 3,000 something per turn.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Let's see.
I need
Seeing
to-
fireworks made
yeah.
up millions of suns exploding bored. Why not destroy the entire random galaxy with 100 supercharged halo rings and 1,000,000 supernovas? I mean, yes, but they would have to get to that point. I mean, if they started with that, then okay, then I mean that's not really a fight. If they already
You're gonna
have the
request.
halo rings in existence, and they're just transferred over to the perspective spots, there would be in the Wayland universe.
Darius, take
This-
as long
at that
as
point,
you
it's
need to
broken.
be, my friend. Take as long.
But yeah, at
as
that
you
point,
need.
there's not even. You won't even get a chance to find out where they are.
Daddy, oh well.
And I don't think she could survive that. She can survive ridiculous shit from what I've read, but not that. Not if a halo ring obliterated the planet she was on. Because then
Why don't
that's
you just
violating
bore
even
this?
the amount of energy she can produce, apparently. Especially, I'm going to make it fair, this would be the late goddess. This would be the goddess after her hive reached full strength. And she became something absolutely crazy. But
I'm putting that towards
that
shop.
being said, that's still, I don't think, even with as powerful as she is, I do not think she could withstand that. Now, if the Halo rings hadn't been made yet, there's a good chance the Forerunners could lose for one reason, and I'll say it right now. It's something that technically the Flood can do, but hers is different. The Flood, they stopped the Flood being able to do this to their people because they figured out how the Flood were doing this. But they would not be able to do this with her. At least not technologically. They would have to either find a way to stay away from her,
Damn it,
create a
it's my
field
turn.
around every individual person that exists
And I
in
lost
her
my phone.
vicinity. And it's
Where's my
like,
phone? Oh, no, where's my phone? Stop
you
fucking
see,
around. Where's
are
my phone?
not they emergency built them rings during the flood attack? I think they can easily build them with no problem. Yes, but it's not about that. They built those rings in emergency because they were rushed.
Lord Conjurer.
Sealy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Xenos aren't as openly aggressive as Flood are. They may be an infestation type species, technically, or at least the lesser ones are, as I know now. But they also aren't as, like, you've seen how xenomorphs behave. They actually run on a instinct where they don't want to be noticed. They will do their best to not ever be seen or caught off guard or never, or basically alert too much of the colony, as an example,
Yes, I killed the
before it's
fairies.
too late.
Fuck you, fairies.
This is the, it wouldn't be until they're several planets in that they would do this, and then they've already lost. And do you know why they've already lost?
Because they were...
The
because they didn't get good.
Yeah, rushed rings did that much damage. Imagine a fully built. Yeah, but once again, they expected it though. They knew what they were up against. They would not know this in the beginning until it was too late. Plus, I'm going to drop the bomb. What about the trillions of Sentinel drones patrolling a planet, Ardnot? Yes, that's true, but once again, even Sentinel drones probably wouldn't find these because they would only be on planets where there would be changeable biological people, right? So, in fairness, they would already start with a world with this because you have to give them at least a fair game. Because even the engineers with fair game would never win against the Flood because they just don't have the tech. But the xenomorphs are an opposite spectrum. Since they're not based in tech and they're based in what I'm about to say. So, here's something the Flood cannot do that she can.
Do you feel
The Flood cannot freely and easily, telepathically, take over everyone's minds. She does have one slightly bullshit kind of overpowered power that part of me's like, I don't know if I accept that, but, you know, it makes sense, I guess, from the writing perspective of what it was doing. My thing is the Halo rings annihilate all biological life, so what's stopping them from having a planet scanner? Yes, but you don't get it. In fairness, like, once again, with the engineers, they wouldn't start on an engineer world or an alien world. To make this fair, like, look for the Flood as well, even though the Flood would still win overall, you have to, when you do one of these scenarios, you can't just make it where, oh, the aliens started on a Forerunner world. You might as well not even have the conversation at that point. Because you're not giving them any start whatsoever. That means they don't even exist. So there's no argument or conflict. The conflict never existed. So in fairness, much like the engineers, they would start with the worlds they would already have inside of the perspective Weyland-Yutani universe. This means that she already exists with a full strength, full power hive, and this means she can do her tactic that allowed her to defeat the engineers. But the difference is here is the one thing, the tactic she can use, the engineers and the Forerunners have the same weakness to this tactic. Unless you literally, it is a spite match, but that's not even a match, Farseer. A spite match is what you did. You did it right with the engineers, because even with the engineers starting on fair game would never beat the Flood. They just don't have the tech to do so, or enough people to build and resources to produce it.
You're going to wash.
To produce. But
I'm washing everything out.
I want this, but I might not be able to do that yet. How's my recruiting look?
Shit.
We're wounded, but I think we can push this. How many units are at Fort Jacoba? Oh, quite a few. Oof. What about Igorov? The issue I have with Gathering is the early game, man. And this one's just going to continue to get more units.
You know what? I'm happy because you know what I'm doing? While it's everyone's turn, I'm sorting out my clothes. Don't know why this makes me happy. But don't question it either. Don't question my logic. Sealy, shut up. I can hear your annoying voice over here.
I might have to produce 2 armies.
Darius, don't blink. Ha, you just fucking blinked. You know it.
Yeah, see? I shouldn't have auto-resolved that second fight. I should have done it myself. So
I'm happy I auto resolve.
left.
Do you know what's sad? When it auto tech plus, you didn't kill my furries. That's the
I'm
saddening
trying to
part.
think. What is our best bet here? Do I want another woodsman or do we want to take the chance?
Take a chance to pull down
17.
your pants.
Let's count how many are in here. So that's 17. There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6, 7,
7.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
34, 15.
13, 14, 15.
Ha! Told you.
Plus another 5, so there's 20. They outnumber us by 3.
Yeah, but it's all about that strategy.
It is, but I don't even know if in a manual I could win that. I don't play Kislev
You're not
enough.
confident? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, yeah, but the issue is it's going to take... I'm trying to think if it's worth it, because my issue is if I don't do this, I'm going to be sitting here for another damn 5 turns, because I'm going to have to wait for another stack. Like a small
don't forget,
5 or
you can
10
now
turn.
recruit your ice witches every 6 turns instead of... No, every 6...
Yeah,
every
I
6
know.
turns.
She's not finished yet. I already started that long ago. She's not
Oh,
finished yet. She's almost there. I already
is
know
she
all
almost
about
there?
that.
She's about to... Do you know what?
Unbreakable.
Do you know what I want to see an animation of? How the ice court makes ice queens just appear out of thin air. I just wanted to spread the legs and go, here's an ice queen! And just, you know, pop it out like a baby.
An explosion spell? That might
I'm
help.
not weird, I swear.
Storm. Let's go with Storm. She's got 2 more turns.
We need an animation of that. How the ice god pops out ice squeeze out of thin air.
Wait, does this have walls? It does. That's a problem. I guess we could force them to... yeah, we have no choice. We either have to wait here or we're gonna have to force them out. So let's let them come to us.
You can always encircle them.
Yeah, but they'll push out, I guarantee. We're
Might
gonna
get you a better
want
result.
powers and a ram. And what I'll do is I'll produce a small army while waiting for the siege.
Don't say ram. I'll have to destroy it with my greatsword. I have to contend it with the next person I have to fight.
Drizzling?
See a 32 reference.
I don't know what... I know, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Lord Admiral? Lord of the Admiralty. Minister of Sea and Land?
Oh. Yeah, you definitely need washing. I'll put these 2 to wash. So you need washing. You know what? All these needs fucking washing. Did I wash? Everything needs washing. Everything gets washed. Even Sealy's gob.
Let's get a Lord Admiral. Let's get a student of Michigan.
Shoot him in the face, quick! Boom! Okay.
I'm not sure what he's using as a weapon. Oh, he's got a gun. He's an axe gunman.
Who is he using a weapon? Pulls out the biggest rifle. Oh, he's got a gun.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's gonna shoot me in the face.
Let's get some range units for him then.
Put all that to wash for tomorrow. You know what? I might head to gym after
Oh,
this.
yes. Good job.
I might have to gym. I'll head to gym after this. You know, because 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 it's lovely and cool outside. You know, I'm not at all, bored.
There's Darius' turn again.
God damn it, Darius. Could you just wait? Where's my phone again? I've lost my fucking phone again. I found it, lost it, found it. Oh, it's there. Oh,
I
no.
think the AI can regain control over the Empire and lock them out. Nope, because she takes control of AI as well. Remember who made her? I did say she has cybernetic enhancements.
Is it Zeech?
It wouldn't, because it'd be under the same control, Sealy. This is what I mean. She is. When I found out about her, it catapulted xenomorphs to a much scarier level of hive mind. To me, the only hive mind that matches them now is Tyranids.
Great.
Because the Tyranid main, what's it called, the Maw itself, would be mentally strong enough that she wouldn't gain control over that.
God damn it, I forgot
If she was in if she was in its vicinity and stuff like that. Flood can inflict can infect Tyranids or not. They can, but the Grave Mind could not beat the goddess in a battle of telepathic abilities. Yeah, but the AI is in the Forerunner's home world, nowhere near the goddess. Yes, but you don't get the point. They would have to come within a certain range to kill her, to build the ring within reasonable distance, to be able to destroy her worlds. And I want to point out, as long as she gets one spore down to a planet, and it doesn't have to infect anybody, she just has to throw it down onto your world, and that world is now hers. Let me see. The grave mine isn't the final evolution. Well, you get what I mean. Basically, the highest. I don't know what it's called, but the highest evolution of it is definitely not capable of beating the xenomorph goddess. You need to read this book. Now, I know most people are not used to that with xenomorphs because you've seen the Wayland version, but I have now learned that's actually de-evolved. That's not exactly what xenomorphs actually are. They're way more humanoid than that when it comes to hers. We're talking about sentient xenomorphs. Ah, it's a Valiant. I can't fight them. I'm gonna have to retreat. Shit.
South Rail constructs outposts.
Hopefully this means it at least kept him from, yeah, he didn't get to recruit doing that. So I at least prevented the recruiting. That was at least a good little strategy there.
Oh, we could get Calibus. But what does the Forsaken do? Armored Barrier Frenzy.
Next is mine. The key nexus are made up of grave mines that have collective mass of a planet, I think. Yeah.
These are armor pierces, so you're good at...
7 can wipe out a galaxy, so 1 can wipe out a 7th of that galaxy? Yes, but once again, they would never know till it was too late that she was killing them. Because here's the ultimate thing. You can say power, 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 however much you want. You know what power can't beat? An opponent you don't know is you're an opponent because it's already controlling you. Nothing beats that. Nothing. The only thing that can beat that is a way you would have to have equal telepathic levels of bullshit in order to stop it. Which is why I also say she wouldn't beat the Tyranids. Because they do kind of have the same kind of overpowered synapse.
Nergo. Fuck you,
When
Epidemus.
it comes to the mind.
Try to get an
the AI would be able to detect that, though. The AI has control over the entire Empire's tech. Yes. Which means so would she. It would not detect this, Sealy. David didn't make it that way. David made her able to control any life form she comes in contact with. He literally made the perfect being.
Yeah. And I hate myself every day for it. I need to. Kairos is in healing stats. Oh,
Ooh,
I
we're
need to
getting a
recruit. I need to
choice.
build that.
The church and the state, the unique strengths of the Ice Court and Great Orthodoxy shall be key to Kislev's prevailing over the looming threat. Yet it is to cultivate the support from either side. You must be
Spellmaster.
wary that
Oh.
stability is best maintained through balance. An upcoming public address presents an opportunity to show your loyalties one way or another, or not. To reveal your hand may be beneficial, but it could also be a step towards splintering these bipartisan lands. So we can get a free boon in both of these. Diplomatic route, neutral. Lean towards orthodoxy, get orthodoxy support for a while. It gains a little bit more support, which it is behind by a lot, but we're allotted one whole level of being ahead with the ice court. So we can afford to keep this 0 until this turns 1. Then we have to make this to turn 1 before this can turn 2. I think I'm gonna lean towards orthodoxy and give them. Well, I need boons though. I need
Boom,
boons.
boom,
How long is
boom.
10 turns? That's quite heavy for 10 turns.
Do you know what else is heavy? My depression.
I'm gonna do diplomatic route for this one because we're not exactly stable right now, balance-wise.
Spouse. Oh, you need. See, you need to learn the balance.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get these both to recruit now. We're gonna have to tank our economy for now. Architect, protector, devotion +3 in local province, corruption less. And then court agent. We want
It
protector.
coaches a fire though.
One more turn and the Ice Maiden is ready. So we need 2 units in her army.
Chaos Steed.
We need another one of these.
Where's yours? I think yours
Another
is
one of
just.
these.
Do you have any spells? Oh, you do.
That
Oh,
should
and
be
also, this is
good.
part of the new update as well. All your abilities are now next to each other, so you can actually see them.
And then for you, sir, you're gonna
Your
need.
Law of
I kind of just want to get you
Metal Law of Death
more range.
hybrid. That's actually really cool.
Which one's got better melee? Can you play slightly?
Shame you don't get a
This
gold
one?
shield
Supposed to get more of
with
those.
that barrier though.
Okay. Let me check devotion real quick. Still +2 and going up slowly. This is gonna be a bit before we can get it up there. Yeah, that thing is super intelligent and extraordinarily independent. Wasn't that one meant to fight the Great Mind? Yes, the precursor Great Mind. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's very cool. Let me focus on my turn real quick. Tempest. Mm. My brain. So I think if there's anything else I gotta do. No. I gotta do something in real life though, real quick. While it's there, while James is in Darius' turn.
Well, James was in Darius' turn. I'm in your turn, Darius. Fuck you. I get 2 turns now.
Okay, I have an even more unfair spite match. The Zealy versus Allhide. But okay, that one I'll give you that. It doesn't matter how much fairness you give him anything else. And that's who I was trying to think about, Zealy. But yeah, they're the other. They're. I don't even think the Tyranids can touch me. It's like there ain't nothing getting past that BS. That BS was
You
made
know
to
what?
end the
I'm bored
universe.
of waiting, so I'm gonna be playing dominoes because I.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I need to play it.
That's at least a fair fight match because there, even if you can give them all the entire universe a great start, they're still gonna win. The C League's still gonna beat them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just to let you know, Art not. Oh well, he
What's
vanished.
up?
Well, oh, I thought you
Oh,
vanished.
no.
Before
Well,
you
I'm
go,
about to, but what's up?
Ogre, Ogre mercenaries are now in Age of Wonders.
Okay, so what you're saying is President, what was his name? Scrag is now living in Age of Wonders?
Yeah, and you can actually buy stuff off him.
That's weird.
What do you mean? It's not weird at all. It makes total sense. Scratch going,
Oh,
here, would
look,
you
it's
like this dead
Azog!
carcass?
Hey, look, Azog the Slaughterer! What the fuck are you doing here?
Fuck you doing it. It's total. It makes total sense. What are you on about?
Alright, I will be back.
Yeah. Speaking. Also, well, I'm going to talk about Age of Wonders quickly. I have been playing it recently, and it's amazing, especially with the Giant Kings edition. And because I missed the Eldrick, DLC, and like a couple other things, yeah, it's way more better. I've been playing it recently. I made Zeech, and now my birds, you know, how are not despised by fucking birds. Yeah, he doesn't like them even more now. So take the birds off my Ancient Wonders. You know, amp that shit up. I give it a lord, which you know does mine. Which by the way, I did give it Zeech. So yeah, yeah. Now I have mind breaking. Now you can do my. There's Realm of the Cosmos. Realm. I forget what it's called. So I think it's always Symbol of the Cosmos. Master of the Cosmos. Master of the Mind. Master of the Flesh. Mastery of the Heart. I can't remember. It was something like that, but it's all fucking nice. Are you or Axel? Why is Axolotl not attacking you? Why is weird? Hey,
You are not
hey,
welcome in my court, yet here you are.
I could
Friend
help
or
you, you
foe,
know.
we will see.
Oh wait, here's a good test. Kairos just took, the Brown Wars took that off. It okay, no, my cult still okay. So that's good. So my cult will still be there if someone else takes it. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Zarthrael, you're a bitch, but I love you. I'm healing and recruited at the same time.
Ever changing.
And I researched the original tech tree. What did they do? Eye collection. To be fair, that makes sense. Oh yeah, we've got that. Now we can go. Yeah, that'll take 51 turns. So I get teleport in 51 turns. That's great. Never use the spells of the Lord to change it. See, it's shit like this I don't like. I actually prefer this. You don't like Saint Judge outpost units. Secret agents still go down into Lord recruit rank. The eye sees everything hero. Ooh, that's actually good. So we're actually gonna get this. So we're actually gonna get. We're not gonna build anything in my cults just yet. Kairos is still wounded. We're giving him an extra warrior of chaos. And then I need to save up money now for my giant cock. So yeah, everything's great. In the streets, and
Alright,
Really?
hello?
You had that? What a bitch.
Huh?
Not you, I'm playing dominoes while waiting for your turn.
Stop playing dumb.
I'm playing dominoes on my phone. I can't help it. I have ADHD. My lack of attention. I don't zone out like most ADHDs, but I said what I do is I do something else. I'm always doing something. So I'm never doing nothing. I'm always doing something. And I get distracted quite easily. For example, playing, this and dominoes on my phone.
Wait, where's
Not
my,
the food app. The actual, the actual game.
wait. Training complete? Yeah, where is she? How do I deploy?
Yeah,
Oh,
where
wait,
is she?
don't I have to recruit her? No, no.
Yeah, true enough.
Recruit hero. There she is. Frost Maiden. I gotta wait one more turn.
Frost Maiden, did he say?
I gotta wait one more turn. Okay, then let's get you some infantry, big guy.
Oh, sweet.
That should be plenty, hopefully, to win this.
Damn it, you didn't get me a blank or a 5. Another 5. 2 or 1.
Upgrade her.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Hailstorm.
You don't have a 5. You. Yes, I win.
Reason wins.
I hope you give me a lot. That doesn't look like a lot. It's 14 points again.
Ooh, accuracy. Fighting wins.
Also, I've saved South Royale. This is my new strategy. It's just, I beat Nurgle so bad that I'm just going, yeah, I don't want Nurgle. Oh shit, what about the Great Games? The Great Games should start in either turn 5 or turn 10.
I think so. I don't know. Since I don't think we can see that on our end. I'm not sure.
I need to check. It's the one without the most corruption, which sadly would be fucking Nurgle.
Everything costs at least 2, it looks like. We need at least 2 always. Roger. Okay. Forward movement. Let's skip that. Alright, we have nothing to do. We gotta wait. They're gonna get a... Actually, what we could do is siege again and keep them from recruiting. Do that. Do that.
Bitch.
What was it? Steel standard, speed and
Go.
charge bonus. Let's give this to the cow.
Yeah. Draw.
Continue siege.
Damn it. No. Well, he's one. Oh yeah.
Okay. Alright, intern, we're good now.
I got 20 points. Oh yeah, I also while you were talking about whatever you were talking about earlier, Wayland's, I was busy sorting out my clothes. See, man, I can't stay still. I have to do something. I cannot just sit here and watch and just wait. I have to do something. It just irritates me, you know. Do I put him in a box room or a... And see, this is why I think I like escape rooms, because there's something to do in a room. That or just fucking trash the place. Well done, you got 6 points. Darius has got depression. Darius, just be quiet. What's wrong with you, Darius? Why are you quiet?
He's focusing on how to be a good Boris.
All you do is you get a mountain bears and you just storm them over. That's how you beat them.
If only it were that simple.
It is my YouTuber. Do you know the same YouTuber who made that ring of donuts? He's done the same thing with Boris and Bears. He stopped our KO with him.
Tallyman. The Tallyman.
Uh,
He tallied the banana.
or is it the Ham Man? I don't like how close you are. And you wonder why.
Oh yeah. I don't think anyone likes any Nurgle character close at all. Russian
Who
Bear can handle
does?
chaos.
If you're one of those weirdos that like the Nurgle up close, get some help. Matter of fact, I've got a 12 gauge. That's what that was the problem. I'd rather deal with Slanesh up close than fucking Nurgle. I'd rather be, violated, but at least I know I might like it, rather than, be diseased and horrified. Don't get any ideas out there. I have a giant hammer. I've crushed corn with it, I will kill you with it.
You will not. You've seen my skills. I will destroy you.
I'll just keep spinning in circles around me. You will never get close to me, but I'll never be able to hit you.
Oh look! Frick, I'm being talked to Volmir. Von
Who?
Rakov. Oh, he wants a non-aggression. Okay. Sure.
What?
It's
Who?
one of the Empire dudes.
Ah. Just my unimpression of who? Hey, Corn's dead. Damn it,
There's
I don't
something
have to
stronger than
recruit the
Zilla, but
cop.
we don't talk about them. Yeah. Yeah.
You're still not South Real. How?
Haha, joke's on you. It's David Bowie from the Labyrinth.
It's David Bowie. Look at Dave, pops out of nowhere, life on Mars. Getting in it, in an ash cloud, it just starts saying ashes to ashes. But fuck you, come from David Bowie. I think
You want stronger, brother? You need to have seals in the mines. Exactly, that's true.
need seals in the mines. Oh, absolutely.
It's
See, like
already
get
a
back
thing.
in. I'm gonna do what Jack Black did to the movie. I'm gonna go yearn for the mines with a seal.
Well, I mean, you could go with him if you want. I mean, technically he works directly for you, but his people are under Farseer and what she has them do.
So what we're saying is everyone. So we're gonna seal your new nickname's birthday cake. Do you know why? Because everyone's had a piece.
Oy. That's great stuff. It's great entertainment, no?
It really is, to be fair.
Alright, look, she actually ice skates over to the queen. They made the animations better for the frost maidens too. Alright, get over here, dude. It's time to invade this castle. We need Fort Jacoba under our control. That's still a fire. Woo! Dear Jesus. Actually, not sure why it's a pirate. I bet you I could lose less because I have I have so much range. I could just shoot them on the wall. But I'm not going to do that because no one's dying, and he has no other army, so we can just auto-resolve this and lose no one.
Making me lose the dominoes out now.
Boom! And then we want to occupy.
I'm making me lose it, dominoes.
Get all that. The opal. Okay. Now he'll heal. He actually didn't lose as much as I thought he did in his army. Mostly out of hers, and this backline didn't get hurt at all, except for the leopard and the cav. Because, the AI is dumb with its cav still. The auto resolve doesn't seem to be much smarter, but the AI in actual manual seems to be better.
Good, I hope so.
Because why would you throw Cav at a wall? I just it makes my brain go, huh?
For the same reason why I throw ceiling into the mines. Because we need those results.
Because we need results.
Go, give me excuses.
When
Give me
he does things
results.
like we need the results. Get in there. I'll do that next. I think I do need firing though, since we have coasters in the beginning. Costas. Make our army a little bit better. Okay.
Sauce.
Yeah, sauce. Sauce is good.
Sauce.
Discourage damage per second 12. Does not affect friendly units. Ah. So it's more of a morale debuff. What is this one? This one probably hurts people. Oh, they're both. No, they're both debuffs. Ooh.
Here's one. Oh, yeah. Here's one now. 6 blank, yeah. 9,
I
10.
want to know what that does. Discourage.
I hear someone talking.
What?
I cannot rewrite
Elantrion, shut up. Oh, it's a far. He's talking. He's wailing in the cliffs.
We don't want to do that. We want to focus on Kislev.
No, we need to focus on Kislev.
Yet. 8 turns. Oof, we need more growth in here. Is that giving me growth? I just realized that. No, it's not. Hold on. Get rid of that. We need growth.
You need to grow.
This gives growth. This gives devotion and defense. Let's get that and that. We need the growth. I need to be careful with this. We need to figure out how to slow this down or I'm going to start incurring negatives. So we need more stuff to support the orthodoxy next. Very, very soon. Is there a research that does this? Yes, this does. Call to prayer. Give me that.
Call of prayer. Oh, great bear, pray out your wisdom.
Exactly. You are exactly correct, James.
All will succumb to change.
I want this one. And then I don't have enough to start another Ice Maiden right now. Just have to do maybe. We level her up? We did. Alright, intern.
Darius, is your turn. If you only couldn't tell, but it is your turn. Also, that doesn't. We need to get back into Age of Wonders. It's amazing. Need to do it.
I have to remake a bunch of factions. I need to still see if there's a way to somehow get Slaaneshi stuff going.
They do made it better.
You see, I'm not going in the mines. Think of all the jobs the mines create and the wages of the poor field workers who make $400 an hour worth of $500 each tax. That is instantly
Exactly.
docked from their pay.
Exactly. Think of all the tax we could avoid.
Oh no. James hears a knock at his door. What do you want?
Oh, I haven't. I've been paid everything, I swear. So close, yes, so far. Teleman has about 5 stacks, I'm assuming. It's a complete and random guess that not at all spying on you at all.
Perpetual
Hmm.
flux is the very heart of chaos.
So you say it like that.
Alright, fine. A spying on right one.
By the way, this is where she ends up going, chat. This is where you gotta take, but she actually spawns over here. Mother Estonkia's new start, she ends up here. If you take the choice to come back here, you start here and you gotta take Prague back from this Kislev faction, the Ropesman. Or Ropsman. Once you take that from them, she gains this is her main area. She's technically Thrott's main technically opponent now, to be fair. If that's the case. If she chose to come back here.
So, I want to point out. No. We gotta see this. I mean, to be fair, it was going to happen, Darius.
Yeah, that's guaranteed. If you especially fighting against Archaon as well, if you've attacked him at all or even
No, he
somewhat
attacked the
pissed
Bloody
off.
Sword, which is a faction.
Well then
Dark,
that isn't gonna help either, yeah.
and he killed it, so to be fair.
What's funny is he's technically in between. Does he have he's not in a non-aggression with Archaon. So technically he can't easily get to you. He has to come across the water. Because he's not made friends with Buddy Warman here.
I will.
You have taken quite a bit. You've gotten quite a good territory chunk already. I'm still trying to wipe out these stupid Norskins because I got made a terrible mistake in the beginning. But because I
Damn
auto
it.
resolved that one battle and I should not have.
I dropped the cover. No, I have it. It's there.
I don't care about boys. That mother's been 4 weeks, so unless it's about me or the ones under me, I don't really care much for them too. Besides themselves, we're giving away. What's problematic about doing is if you start getting them in the zoos who aren't supposed to be working. Mm. And maybe I should stop that truck delivery that I sent out earlier. Mm.
No, don't worry. I already blew it up.
Well, that doesn't serve any of our purposes.
Well,
I'm
I
blinding
tell a
this
lie. I
piece.
didn't
He
blow it
wants
up.
peace. He
It
ain't getting peace. I want that.
magically. I saw it magically
Want
float
Acre
away
off.
in the distance, and I did not all do anything that
What's he
involved
kidnapping?
it.
I would never. James kidnaps them and sells them to me at a ridiculous markup. That's actually me. James just blows up the truck sometimes.
It's just
Just gets
fun,
bored.
Just seeing it all. I make the truck fly away. You ever see the truck fly? No, neither did I, but it's fucking good fun.
Urging onwards.
Yeah, it may have also crashed into a plane or two, but no one knows about that.
I like that Kislev's the only place that has icy crystals around it because it's the queen lives there. The rest of these buildings look normal.
Goodbye, Crystal Spires. It was nice knowing you. Goodbye, Vindex. Whoever the fuck you are. Look like a goat. Look like a goat bird. Goat birds! Oh no, we need to make goat birds.
Fairly wounded right now. Is there a invocation for healing? There is. But I don't have enough devotion quite yet. It's going up there, but it's gonna be a minute. Because it was in negative already, it's gonna take a while. She might be more turtly than I thought. So we're gonna need to get a bigger secondary 20 stack and just overwhelm them. Do that. You have no halberds, sir. You need some halberds. I'm gonna make you just my range guy, to be fair. Like, I just want to give you more range. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If I had to... Oh, no, wait, cancel. Oh, it's not enough. Can't do that. No, never mind. I was gonna make another maiden, but that's gonna be too expensive.
Ludicrous.
So I'll just group more
Agent
units.
of change.
You're healing. Yeah, so I can see she's very devotion heavy, and I have to kind of build it fast, which is what I'm doing. But it's definitely a little bit of turtle going on there. Hmm. Okay. Oh wait, I can do an invocate, or what's it called now? I've got enough frost quartz stuff.
Invocation, you could do with those fucking birdmans.
I get some boons. Ooh, Battleborn. Melee defense +3 for all units, but that's rank 7 and above. What is this? Devoted Guardians. Oh, upkeep for Ice Maidens and Zar Guards, or Ice Guards and Zar Guards, is reduced.
I saw.
Okay, what about Hierarchy? What does this give me? Character experience gain 30% per turn, +200 all lords. That makes lords level up faster. Hero success chance and more frost mating capacity. Dominion noble administrators. Devotion +1. Diplomatic relations +25, but all Kislevian factions. Kinda want that if I don't find a good war thing that can help me right now. Because the war ones were okay, but that ain't gonna benefit me right now. That might be pretty good because it'll lead towards my confederation with the Orthodoxy. Upkeep when in own territory, -5%. That's not bad, but we're not really worried about money. Legacy, what we got? Frozen Redoubt. Defensive supplies increased, 6,000. Allegiance is gained. Also, this gives me better relations with Empire and Dwarves, but I don't need that yet.
Well, the brown dwarves died.
Oh well. Unlock
Who
Ice Court
cares?
training slot for Frost Maiden and one for the Ice Witch. Which we don't have a Witch yet, we only have a Maiden. I think, though...
Surrender is a perfectly acceptable alternative in extreme circumstances.
Is it really, though?
Alright, I now have a noble administrators. I now have +25 relations with all Kislevian factions. Let me check on
Good
the
job,
order.
Abdots.
Because I know he already doesn't like me. See, now it's going up. Yep. Okay, now instantly he's going to like me next turn. Good. That's what I wanted. You're also losing the throat, sir. Don't die. Please, don't die.
You say you're losing throat?
No, he's losing 2 throat.
Dead patriots and their
The Orthodoxy.
To be fair, I always bail him out, though. That's Malachi. That's 45. Ooh, 37. It's 20 ahead of me now.
Uh-oh, it's saying he's waiting on James.
And there goes my voice.
He's anyway on Darius.
Thanks, Telly. Thanks, Telly. And there goes my voice for the next 3 days. Thanks, Telly. Thanks, Telly, you fuck.
See, I told you I was waiting for Darius.
I gave you all of you stable field population. Why must you greedy keep wanting and taking more and more?
Thanks, Telly. Thanks, Telly, you fuck.
Did you tell it?
Keep
What
taking more and more,
happened?
leaving sadness. What happened? How's it going over there, Darius? It sounds like you're having a rough time.
Rough time. So, let me guess. Arbo attacked you, huh?
You're gonna have to fight him. Send the bears. Send in the bears.
Sealy, don't be. Sealy, it's alright. We saw you. I saw you, but I buy them off Farsi. I saw you back at them. for $1.50. So you know what? Hey,
I
everyone
see the
wins.
ever chosen main army. Shit. Oh man. That's less than ideal. I guess you better get ready for your main conflict then. He's got me. He is on his way to you, Darius. We know what you did, Darius. We know what you did last month. We need to go take this settlement before they get too big. After we recruit, we're pushing. Even if we lose losses, we will be recruit. I need to realize Kislev is slightly kind of throwawayish in the beginning until you get your good stuff from one or the other. Either Czars or Ice Guards. Right now, these Corsairs are just here to fight.
Ooh, this is. Wait, what? Hold on. So you're only. Wait a. This might be the fucking most easiest battle I've ever fucking fought. Would you like to see it?
That's up to you.
Yes, we will.
Zinch's name.
So tell me,
Exactly. Well, I mean, if he was smart, he should. How was he losing this?
I'm winning. Close victory.
Yeah, you are, but how is he losing this?
Well, he's only got 3 melee.
I guess it's because, yeah, but I mean, come on, AI. I actually think you might have a harder time handling this than you should have with the auto resolve. Because I think what the issue is, the auto resolve, I don't think they changed much. But as far as like manualing and being smarter, it's gonna move those archers in the range, and then they're just gonna sit there and shoot at you. You have no range and hardly any cav.
Hard not. Don't you worry.
Oh, it's messing up again, James. It keeps saying it's waiting on you.
Uh-oh.
This battle may not be too stable. If it isn't, we can always pick it up on the next one.
That's fine. Oh, Teklos is alive. How was fighting Kairos? It sucked, didn't it?
Now he's gonna fight Asgore.
Asavar, yeah. Oh, yeah, Asavar. Yeah, I feel sorry for him. Uh, hmm. Yeah.
Taking a second. I have a bad feeling.
This map. Hmm. Oh, but I'm in the fucking trees. Oh. Fuck yes, boys. We fight in the trees. And because I'm hidden, well, I have no fucking. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna, just wait.
Techless can win this if he plays smart and uses his chariots, yeah. I mean, technically, if he just knew the AI is better, this should be way more of a swing chance for it than it would normally be.
I need to know where his bolt throwers
And
are.
the fact that they push is, yeah.
Okay, bolt throwers are there. Are they both? I don't think the both throwers are in range. Are they? Ha! They're not.
Scheming slaughterers! You will! Fake Fever's champions! No sabotage! One primal chaos! Servants of the changer! We bring madness!
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh.
Weaver!
It's juttering. It's juttering.
mhm.
End this glorious madness!
Come on. Come on.
Moving swiftly.
Alright, it's really lagging now.
It is.
I don't know if it'll be able to finish. It's locked up. It seems like it's locking up now. It was doing good in the beginning of the battle, but now it's like all of a sudden just... Maybe it's all the arrows.
Fake Fever's champions!
Yeah, just move.
They will succumb! Slaughter! Embrace the forbidden! Fake Fever's champions!
Definitely impressed by the changes. Oh, the chariots got caught.
Yeah, they're losing that decisively. I don't think I'm gonna do this while it's lagging this bad.
Yeah, it's chopping up again.
I'll make sure I quit everything out. Yeah, I need that up. Yeah, I couldn't do it while it was lagging. It's still choppy, or is it not? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it's still...
I'm gonna have to exit. I'm gonna have to leave this.
Yeah, we might not be able to finish it right now. It might be have reached its limit somehow.
Yeah.
You
Damn
did
it.
okay earlier.
It's a shame.
Seeing how smart the AI was behaving, though, what little it was doing, I'm gonna have to trap these darn bastards in Akari. If I ever want to beat them in Akari again, I'm gonna have to learn to lure them to me. Because running at them is just gonna get me killed. Now. We're gonna have to the forest strategy and running the edge of the lines or using cannon fodder units to take the shots first. It's gonna be detrimental now, and important.
Yeah, I'm on the main menu.
That's fine. I'll quit out as soon as it reaches back to my turn, because whatever turn this is, it would be the turn before this one. I just gotta see what it is. We can do it tomorrow, because if you're probably, even if you reset everything, if your internet has maybe it has a download or upload limit, and maybe it's reached that peak now, and it's gone, whoop, can't do anymore.
Well, let's have a look at my internet. Wi-Fi.
At least for today, anyways. I'm not gonna save. It saves per turn anyway, so whatever turn this was, we just go back to the turn it was originally before what James did. So it's fine. I just want to see what number it is so I know which one we'll have to go back to. 9, so it would be 8 that we would eventually have to go back to.
I may have to just auto it, which I don't want to do.
I wouldn't do right now. I would say don't worry about autoing it. It has nothing to do with the battle itself. It's just your internet. Because if it were going to do that, it would have done it when I was fighting. So you've reached some sort of, your internet has a roof. Whatever the plan is, or whatever the company, whatever is set it up, it must have a limit. Like what they call it, a download or whatever limit, or upload limit. It's like a bandwidth thing where it'll do a certain amount, it'll allow it full speed, but then once you hit that peak and go over that allotted amount, it'll debuff your speed. Spectrum does this for my phone. When I go over my usage data. And so.
Alright, so what am I doing now?
So, well, I guess we'll have to wrap it up for now. Because, I mean, I doubt you're going to be able to continue today. You'll probably have to wait till tomorrow when it resets. Hopefully it's a daily thing.
God damn it. Sucks.
It does, because I was just getting going for Catter, and I was about to do another manual with her, too. For the next siege.
Yeah. Gonna read this here. There's a sub of the alpha that has War Uranus, Kislev, Chaos, Bretonnia, and the Vampires.
Oh. That's fun.
They looked at dwarves saying, nah, they don't need them.
It's not that. That once again, there's so many, not in campaign yet, but there's so many nuances with different mods coming together now that we're getting close. We're definitely close to being able to create something entirely. Chaos get Trader Guard, basically, yeah. That's kind of what the Undivided Gun thing did. But I do like what they're doing with this. I wonder if maybe the two mod developers have been talking to each other. And I know everyone said it out loud. All the communities have said it. It's like everyone wants a certain mod. We want, or at least something like it, right? We want it to be as close to what we're trying to get as we can. And with the World War I modder, and plus the modder for, who was it? Derpy. With Derpy and all that, that would be a good combination to create what we're trying to have. So, with maybe some filler mods in between there that are compatible for things that are missing, and then boom, we're golden after that. But that's once it goes to campaign. Chaos World War I things are in the works, yeah. So I do wonder. So I wonder if they're now making, like, they're going more full cooperative derpy in the World War One maker. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm very excited about any of those mods coming out to add more stuff like that. The closer to the 40 game, can't do that. But either way, that's pretty awesome. You want to end yours first? You want to end mine, or you want me to end mine? You probably should end yours first if you're still streaming, just in case, so it don't kick you out.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the main menu, so. But anyways, yeah. Fortunately, I get to do my manual with Azar. The bitch. But yeah, I'll have to wrap mine up here because Major, died, and we could have seen the epic battle between Azar. But with that being said, thank you all for watching this episode. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Hopefully, Major doesn't, crash out. So yeah, I've got that to do, and that being said, I'm happy about the new law changes. I
love it. The AI is so much better. I appreciate that because
is.
now I actually kind of have to look at what it's bringing to the fight, and that will kind of tell me what it's going to try to do. So, and that's something I never had to do. Because you could really be, but to be honest, at least on normal. Hard was at least a little bit better, but overall on normal, most time, if you had a big enough army, or at least a 20v20, as long as you line up your initial formation right, like the one you move forward with, you just move forward. Just move forward and swoop from the sides, it's done. Battle won. That's all you had to do in this game most of the time. Even on hard to a certain extent, it was pretty exploitable in that way. But it seems they've changed that. They know they were even dodging James's cav. They actively realized that they can shoot while moving and we're just letting you chase them and get shot. It's like, I've never seen it do that. So they made a buttload of improvements. Plus, they don't just sit there and troll you either. They will come to you, giving you at least a chance to prep for a strategy depending on the map. So in James's case, he did do at least the initial strat correctly. I think you did send your cav out even if it was lagging a little too soon. But with them being all range, your best bet is just to wait till they just have no choice but to fight you at point blank. Because since you only have melee. But if that had been an open field battle, I actually think in general that in a manual that's a way scarier battle because the archers are going to know where to be. Oh, and the auto targeting. Another thing we saw before we go. Remember at the end of that fight when I was fighting that Norskin? And having my people shoot at things? After it was the trolls. After the trolls gave up and ran away, they immediately started shooting the commander who was still not surrendered and just killed him. Yeah. And I did not tell them to do that. They did that of their own volition. So this means they prioritize units that are still fighting now, too. That's beautiful. It's like, so this makes the Empire, several factions that did feel like they were kind of in the backwater. One of them James isn't going to like, but the Empire will benefit from this change greatly. Kislev already has benefited from this change, plus its faith change is actually pretty fun. I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool, man.
But yeah, much to James's dismay, the elves also improved greatly from this mod.
I hate them. They should burn in a fire. Why would you benefit the elves? So
they actually can be the sniper annoying grabber pieces of crud that they always were in Warhammer 1 and 2.
No one benefits.
They'll be more like their original selves now.
No one cares enough about the elves. No one
That
cares
battle
about
was
the
almost a
I hate
defeat.
them.
Let's see,
They're
I fought a World War One of. Oh yeah, the artillery guns were back. Yeah, this also means modded units are smarter now too. So it's like Darius just said, the World War One units are smarter, so they know their ranges now. So you have AI artillery guns that know what to shoot at. And I'm like, This also makes Gelt a lot scarier. but yeah, well, Empire overall, but yeah. But I do appreciate what changes they made. This is a great change. I want to give a big shout out to Mad Lad James so he can end his stream. If you want to check it out from his perspective, and watch some Kairos magic and madness. As I don't know what he's actually gonna do yet. I'm not sure what James's plan is in this one. I just know that I am trying to unite the Kislevians by confederating the Orthodoxy and bringing it under one roof, but we keep its strength and boons and faith just as even, or at least close. While Boris fights nightmares in the north and lives internal war with the Bear Cavalry. With big shout out to Darius for that one as well. But yeah, if you want to check out James' perspective, definitely check out Mad Lad James. I only won because they only have one artillery. Oh wow. Yeah, if they had two, woof. But either way, big shout out to Mad Lad, and I hope y'all all enjoyed. We're gonna try to continue this tomorrow, James's internet willing. To continue the war. If not, we'll end up doing something else. We'll figure it out. We'll either get on PlayStation, maybe do some chivalry, or maybe do something else on PC that's less stressful on James's internet. We'll figure it out. We shall figure it out, chat. But I hope y'all all enjoyed. And with Darius' last comment, let's see what he said. Also, Melee's learned to try and avoid gun lines now? Yes. That's terrible, but great. Because it means I know how to kind of counter that if I see it coming. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Like, they try to go around more often. That's nice. So don't just sit there and get blapped. That's smart. Awesome. Sealy said, see ya, Ardna. See ya, Sealy. Big shout out to Sealy and Fossier in chat. My moderator, Fossier, as always. And to anyone watching in the background as well for this brand new Total War little mini series, checking out the updates and stuff. Hopefully, or Total War Warhammer 3. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed. And until next time, I will see you all in our next one tomorrow, whatever it may be. Bye, everybody. Bye, Fossier. Bye, Sealy. Bye, everybody!
Yeah, that lot screams as just die. I have to go as well. So we'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching for this episode of Warhammer. Bye, everyone. See you later. Big shout.